Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, you already know what it is. Breaking news. Congratulations, Aaron Judge. 62 home runs. American League record. Bong bong. Salute. Down in Sports Talk. We right here. It's left-handed right here at RM Des on Twitter. That's Yada Bear over there. You know what I mean? My code D. You know what I mean? At Yada Bear on Twitter and all that. We're going to get into a lot. It's a lot. Get ready to percolate in the world of sports, man. Basketball season popping off. Preseason in effect. Watching the Knicks right now. This is Detroit Pistons. Shout out to my man OG Wood who's at the game. Again, like we said earlier, Aaron Judge breaks Roger Maris's home run record with his 62nd against the Texas Rangers tonight. I'm done talking. Yeah, what's good?
Well, I don't want to take away from Aaron Judge shine too quickly. He hit a bomb off of the Rangers.
Yeah.
It was only this game and the game tomorrow left for the regular season, so he can get that 62.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah,
it took him what? It was like 11 games since he hit 61 since he tied it. So it took 11 games for him to break the record. I feel like he needed to break this record mentally going to the postseason, because I feel if he didn't, he probably felt like it was like a letdown. I feel this was very important for him to break it, because the way he was going in on these home runs early in the season, that record was definitely in his mind, especially since this is a contract year for him. And now that he holds the record, if he stays with the Yankees, they gotta bring out that checkbook. I feel like if the Yankees are trying to keep him, for next year and years down the road, they gonna have to bring out that George Steinberg, check, like the big. Well, I need Ed McMahon to come to his crib,
some balloons,
clearinghouse type of mega millions.
In that little bed.
Yeah, like you gotta bring out the check for this man now. And for any other team that's looking to lure him away from the Yankees, you definitely going to have to bring out that Ed McMahon publisher clearance house, Mega Millions, Powerball, lottery type of check, because he holds the record for the American League home run. So you got to bring out that checkbook. But definitely congratulations to him, and hopefully we see him hit 63 tomorrow, maybe. I mean, look, he may have another at bat, tonight. So you think they're gonna throw it to him again, or do you think that's like
now that all the hoopla and the hysteria is out the way, maybe we can get back to, you know what I mean, because the record's already his now, so everything else is just gravy on top of that. But let me get back to something that you said earlier. In regards to if he didn't get the home run record, it'd been a letdown. Check this out. The letdown is coming if the Yankees don't win the World Series. That's the letdown. Now, as far as him wanting to be paid and stuff like that, he definitely deserves it. Absolutely. Whether he's going to get paid by the Yankees, that's a different story. I don't think he's coming back to the Yankees. I think that his heart is set on being elsewhere, going elsewhere, be it the Red Sox, be it the Mets, be it the Dodgers. He's from California, right? I view Aaron Judge as, and I'm going to say this, I view Aaron Judge as like the anti-Jeter. And the reason why I say and we're not going to dwell too much on this because we got a lot of stuff to get into tonight. Club 4.0 is in the building, you know what I mean? But I think that Aaron Judge, in his heart of hearts, wants to get this year over with. The pressure's off his back now. The record is over. The record is now the real pressure begins. And if you don't know from nobody else, you're going to catch it right here. Right here. Now the pressure begins. Now you want to earn your money. You want the people in the city of New York to be behind you and be like, yeah, pay this dude. Because right now, if you're in the pay Aaron Judge camp right now, what are we paying for? 62 home runs? And again, I'm not mad at the fact that he got the record, right? But what comes with that, right? You got all of this fluffiness, but no substance. I can't go to a championship table with 62 home runs.
62 home runs is sexy.
I mean, it's nothing to sneeze at. Absolutely, no doubt. Right.
So
yeah,
I mean, if you really think about it, if you think about it, home runs sell tickets.
Yeah, that's right.
So
that's right.
So just to say, you guys don't make it to the World Series. Guess what? And then y'all resign Aaron Judge. People still gonna buy them tickets because guess who won't be on that? Guess who pitcher gonna be on that that ticket?
On the season ticket on the season tickets thing? Yeah, it's gonna be Aaron Judge.
It's gonna be Aaron Judge, and gonna have number 62 on there. So home runs and stars because he's gonna be considered a mega star on one of the oldest franchise in baseball, hitting 62 home runs, with that Yankee uniform on, and that's going to sell tickets without a World Series. And I understand diehard fans like you. I get it with the diehard fans. Records mean nothing. Records are cool if it's equal championships. I get that. I understand. But for your everyday Joe, that's buying a fresh Yankee fitted right now because Aaron Judge.
Because Aaron Judge, right.
They got Yankee. Right. They got Yankee fitteds in every color except for that.
That's right.
Except for that Yankee blue color, which is crazy to me.
That's right. You're right.
They love 62. That's how it is now.
But this is their reason now to be a fan, right?
This is their reason because man, my team has a guy who just broke
That's right.
They don't care how long that record stand. They don't even know who held the record previously. All they know is
absolutely
that guy just broke the record. Let me get that yellow Yankee cap.
Right. the yellow joint with the fluorescent NY on it. Interlocking NY on it. You know what I mean? Word up. Yo, we live on YouTube right now, man. So holla at us, let us know what's good. Shout out to OG Wood, who's at the Knicks game. Shout out to my man Sean Strong. Salute, man. Shout out to my homie Slate. Where is Slate? That's gonna be the mystery of the week. Where is Slate? That's my man, 50 grand. Pittsburgh Steelers fan, heavy. Lakers fan, heavy.
Can you pick it?
Kenny Pickett. That's probably why Slate they pop up. Kenny, hey man, it was bound to happen.
I listen. I called it. I said 4 games.
Yeah,
we'll take 4 games, and Kenny's gonna be in there because it's Mitchell Trubisky. Come on now. If you can't beat Mitchell Trubisky out for the starting job, then you don't need to be in there. And it's a shame that Mike Tomlin waited this long, even though it's only 4 games in the season, but he waited this long to make the change because you saw what this guy, Mitch Trubisky, was out there doing.
And he wasn't reading the newspapers. He didn't have no tapes.
Listen, he sees it with his own eyes. He's in practice every day. So everything.
Hey, listen, Omar Epps could have told him that Mitch Trubisky was.
He wasn't it. Like what are you doing? So I get it. Mike Tomlin, got the old school mentality. I got a vet. I gotta let the vet start. But bro, you probably see in practice that Kenny Pickett is outperforming Trubisky. And even in the loss last week, he outperformed Trubisky. He scored 2 rushing touchdowns. Okay, he threw a pick, but that pick that he threw when he threw the ball up to Claypool had that ball in his hand. Claypool should have caught that. My philosophy: if the ball touches your hand,
you're supposed to catch
it. You catch it. So I didn't put that pick on it, but it shows that this guy has an arm. You know, he's not afraid. He came in 2 rushing touchdowns. You know, he put Pittsburgh back in the game. He gave him a chance to win, where Mitchell was just letting the game go in the first
like
quarter.
we do, right?
It was
right.
like, so you had to make the change. Like, and as I was watching it, I'm like, so when do you make this change? And when halftime came, I said, you gotta take this guy out.
Right.
I'm like, Mike, you gotta take him out. Give your team a chance to win.
Right. it was getting so bad. Old man Quillis wanted to come out.
It was so bad. I was like, yo.
Old man Quillis was going to come out there and put him in the game. Put Kenny Pickett in the game. But absolutely. You know, week 4 was crazy. I got to give a salute, some time right now to the proprietor, the owner, the key holder, the deed holder, the bartender, the cashier of
the DJ, everything.
Look at this. Club 4-0. What it look like? What's going on? Talk your ish.
Oh, well, it looks really good in these parts of the wood. You know, even in terrible weather, you know, it was raining sideways. It was coming from the left. It was coming from the right. It was coming from the ground up. You know, the wind was whipping. We had 20 miles per hour wind going on here with our former coach. We love you, Dougie. You brought us the Super Bowl. But guess what? Guess what's going to happen? We got to show you why you guys are the Jaguars. You know, everybody was a little nervous in the first quarter. Oh, Jalen Hurts threw a pick. Oh, we're down 14.
14 nothing.
14 nothing in the first quarter. And it took the Jaguars all game, at the end of the game when it was just garbage time, to score again. You know, I don't care about that last time. It's garbage. We destroyed them. We showed them that, hey, you guys are still Jacksonville Jaguars. You know, they had their chest pumped all out because they had a nice win last week against the Chargers. We are not the Chargers. Let me say it again for the people in the back. We are not the Chargers. Okay? We are not the Chargers. We show the league that, hey, we can score in so many different ways. We scored on the ground in the worst weather ever. My man Miles Sanders, over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns. You know, we had Kenny Gainwell out here with a touchdown. You know, we got Jalen out there, Willing and Dillon. Our defense,
like Clyde Frazier now, Willing and Dillon.
Our defense out there feasting on Trevor Lawrence. You are no longer at Clemson. Okay, this is the NFL against a real defense. We was feasting on this man with Darius Slay on the sideline. And I keep telling people, we don't have just one number 1 corner. We have 2. We got Bradbury on the other side who said, kid, it's enough. I'm tired of you throwing the ball around. I want to go home. I'm hungry. It's raining. It's cold. Give me this pick. Game is over. Like, it was like he just stepped up and said, enough is enough. We're done. It was a great game from the defensive side and the offensive side. Coach Sirianni is showing me a whole lot in the second year. Jalen Hurts is showing me a whole lot because in this game, he showed and he proved that he can play from behind. You know, he came back being down 14-0, kept his composure, and drove the ball downfield and scored. As soon as he hit that first touchdown, it was like, okay, calm down. It's still a whole game left to play. And then to be able to attack the number 1 rush defense, as they kept saying, in week 4, the Jacksonville Jaguars had the number 1 rush defense. We destroyed that. We scored on the ground 3 times. Miles Sanders had over 100 yards rushing. Jalen Hurts had about like 30-something yards rushing. Kenny Gainwell had about 40-something yards rushing. We had like over 200 yards rushing as a team. So when everybody keeps saying that we haven't played tough competition, stuff like that, well, the teams that you're pointing out to be tough competition are not the tough competition right now. Everybody charges this, charges that, Buffalo this, Buffalo that. You know, they are not the powerhouse as everyone thought right now. So we are playing against tough competition, and everybody who steps up, we shut them down.
Not to rain on your parade. Garrett Cole just tied the Yankees strikeout record 249, which was held by Ron Guidry. 1978. 249 strikeouts. And I know that stat line off the top of my head. He was 25-3, 249 strikeouts. I think he had an ERA at 1.49. To look that up, Ron Guidry. But Garrett Cole is no Ron Guidry. Back to the football situation. My Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I was looking forward to this game all day. You know what I mean? Sunday night football. You know what I mean? Sitting down and relaxing. You know, you got a little something, something in the air, something for the land, and something for the sea. You know what I mean? I got a phone call about a minute before the kickoff. Shout out to my man, Matt Slander. Called me. We chopping it up. I'm trying to hear what he's talking about. I'm watching the game. Before I can get into my second chicken wing, it was 7-0. We fumbled the opening kickoff, which is the worst sign in the world. You fumble the opening kickoff, you lose it, and it's basically a done deal from there. Mm-hmm. This rookie dude, no. Anyway, we didn't look good. We haven't looked good all year. Tom Brady's not where he needs to be, even though he's playing hard. He's doing Tom Brady things, but everybody else around him. And I'm not blaming nobody. I mean, Leonard Fournette does what he does. Mike Evans had a great game. He was back to making some catches that, these other receivers wish they can make. Defensively, again, we was getting lit up early. Travis Kelce was having a field day. And Patrick Mahomes, he had that, February 2 years ago in his mind for Sunday night.
Oh, yeah.
So
that was his revenge game.
He put my Buccaneers on his highlight reel. The plays that when he spun around and he flipped the ball to Hilaire, I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm like, is someone playing Madden?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? and Todd Bowles, come on, B. Come on, hey yo, Sonny Cruz, where you at, man? Sonny Cruz, where you at? My man Adam, where you at? Tampa Bay Buccaneers, stand up.
Yeah, a lot of plays.
Todd Bowles, you got the keys to the kingdom, my G. This ain't the New York Jets.
Yeah.
You supposed to be a defensive mastermind.
Yeah.
I get it that the conversation is about the offensive line. This guy left. This guy retired. This guy's hurt. We get it.
It's week 4. We know
Thank you.
Week 4.
Thank you. Get ready to be week 5.
Yeah.
Right?
And the same guys are still out.
And where I'm at with my Buccaneers right now, Kimbrowski, is the same place I'm at after 4 weeks in prior seasons. We either 2-1, 2-2, 1-3, like, you know what I'm saying? So we got no choice but to try and get better. But right now we got no excuses. Everybody, that I talk to and build with, they're like, well, Tom Brady's got other things on his mind. This and that. I'm not jacking that because Tom Brady had a decent game against Kansas City. It was everything else. So again, at the end of the day, going into this situation where we get ready to go into week 5, I'm just hoping that we can build on this. I mean, 41-31, when you was down big early. You know what I mean?
It came back.
The only solace you could take out of this is that you lost by 10 points.
Yeah, instead of 20.
Right. Instead of, you know what I mean? That's
20,
the only solace you can take from this.
Yeah, because it was looking bad.
I'm not gonna jump out the window.
It's only 4 games.
Shout out to Saquon Barkley leading the league in rushing. Shout out to Baker Mayfield. You won't be doing no commercials for nobody no time soon.
It's bad. It's bad down there.
My little nephew can get a quarterback rating of 15.6, dog.
Yeah, it's and at first, I was thinking that, Dad, maybe it's Matt Rule, maybe it's this offense. And then look at last week, I was like, Baker, you just look bad.
You garbage, B.
I'm like, wow, like, wait a minute. And then while I seen him playing, those thoughts are coming back from Odell dad, what he was saying about Baker last year. And I'm like, wow.
But look at it like this, though, Kimbrowski. Look at the hierarchy, right?
Yeah.
When they was in Oklahoma, it was all about Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyler Murray, right? Now look at it. Like, the projections was like Baker Mayfield was supposed to be this dude. He was going, whoop-de-whoop, right?
Man. Yeah.
And Jalen is suspect.
Yeah.
Kyler's suspect. He's short.
Yeah.
He don't really know if his heart, if he really want to play baseball. But it's always something else, right? But this Baker Mayfield dude, he's sitting in the stands and making progressive, you know what I mean? Like, what did you do?
Yeah. It's he looks bad.
And again, the truth come out, don't it? The truth come out in the wash.
Yep.
And the wash is in the spin cycle right now where we are. The wash is in the spin cycle. And the truth is coming out in the wash. And we're looking at Kyler Murray, we're looking at Jalen Hurts, and we're looking at Baker Mayfield. And the hierarchy that was in Oklahoma ain't the hierarchy now, cousin. It's not.
It's I would say right now, and it's not even because I'm a homer, but it's Jalen Hurts, Kyler Murray.
And you be telling the truth. That's the truth. That's the truth. And I'm a Jalen Hurts dude. I was saying that again. I'm gonna reiterate it again. I was saying that in the summer.
Yeah.
Like, Jalen Hurts is that dude. Jalen Hurts is gonna get y'all right.
Yeah. I was a skeptic because I needed to see him grow from last year. And he has. I have seen the growth, and I'm seeing the confidence, and I'm seeing him as a leader, and not just a leader, but a leader of men who are Super Bowl champions already, leading that locker room and leading that offense. Leading that offense. And it's like, okay, I can sit back. You got the keys. Go on. We go as far as Jalen Hurts. And I'm comfortable with him being the driver of this bus.
I dig it. As you should. I want to kind of like change the lanes a little bit. You like that? Driving the bus, change the lane. And give some love to the Women's USA basketball team won their 4th straight World Cup. Defeating
China. The competition.
Yeah, I mean, still doing what they do. You know what I mean? So again, salute to them. We want to acknowledge them, give them some love. NHL preseason, if you're into that type of thing, is popping off. Shout out to New York Rangers. Shout out to the Islanders. We're gonna get into that a little bit more down the line too. I got an NHL preview. It's called the 1 sentence NHL preview, where I just basically do 1 sentence about each team.
There you go.
And that's coming, like short and sweet. NBA, I watched Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets last night against the Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, first preseason game.
Something about this.
Yeah, I got you. The first preseason game. I mean, it was good to see him out there. That's basically all I can say for that. It's the first preseason game. It was good to see him out there together. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking for nothing special. I wasn't impressed by nothing I saw. I still think that if Tyrese Maxey wasn't on the Sixers wouldn't be as good as they are. Embiid notwithstanding, I think Tyrese Maxey I like him. I like his game and all that. But the Brooklyn Nets are going to do what the Brooklyn Nets do until they change what's going on with their head coach situation. Now you can go ahead because I know you got something to say.
So, let me just, number one, the game was on NBA TV.
Yeah.
Okay. So, which means we had Yes Network commentators.
Right.
Terrible. Now, I'm going to say this. The guy, he was cool. It was the chick.
Yeah.
She was horrible.
I'm glad you said it.
She was terrible. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's number one. Mm-hmm. Terrible. 2, Ben Simmons. I'm gonna say this in the most unbiased way because I have strong feelings about this guy. I think he's a joke. I think he's terrible. I can't even muster watching him play. But thank God that he doesn't play for the Sixers anymore because he looks absolutely like the same guy and he looks heavier. Heavier. He's doing the same thing. In one play in particular, it was an ISO play. He had George Niang on him, and he's in the post. I mean, he is pretty deep in the post. You back this guy up, and you take him to the basket. You know what he did? He backed him up and passed out of the post. Why are you afraid to score? So you had a whole year out to get your mind right.
Allegedly, get your mind right.
You got allegedly. Back surgery,
right.
All of a sudden you had this major
brain surgery, right?
Right. You had to get your mind right. You was out for the whole year, and you come back and you are doing the same thing ever. He's doing the same exact thing, and for the simple fact that you can't even do pick and roll with this guy because he cannot shoot the ball. And then for you to have a coach, I'll put quotation mark, coach, and Steve Nash saying, oh, we don't need this guy to shoot the ball. But what I saw last night from Brooklyn is, one, they still don't run no plays at all. It's street ball.
Do what you do, right.
It's you got this guy, Ben Simmons, playing your point forward, your primary ball handler, who doesn't have the ball in his hand at all. Because as soon as he crawls mid-court, he's passing the ball immediately. So what I see with the Nets, yeah, they're going to win some games. Yeah, they're going to make it entertaining. I see a second-round exit for the Brooklyn Nets once again. Because
we're gonna save that energy for the NBA preview that we got coming up next week.
And how dare Brooklyn play their whole starters?
Because Steve Nash don't know what the hell he's doing.
Why do Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving they don't need no work? Kevin Durant is.
That's not my problem. I'm a Knicks dude, and I'm watching my Knicks tonight. But
I was just confused at that because I'm looking at Kevin Durant is a jump. I step on foot, I step on the back of his ankle away for blowing his Achilles or the calf injury again, or the foot injury again, or the ACL injury again. You see, I keep saying again because
right.
always hurt with some way. So why is he playing in the preseason game? And why is Kyrie Irving playing in the preseason game also? And as we speak about,
we gonna get into that in a minute because he believes the world is flat and all that. But
Yeah, Mr. Flat Earther, but
Yeah.
it was just mind blowing. But it's great to see basketball back. I love basketball. I love my team. Like you said, I love Maxi. Maxi looks great already, and you can tell when a guy works at his craft, that he's in the gym when nobody's watching, putting up shots, working on his game in the weight room. Because each year, Maxi looks better and better each year. I see improvement each year, and I just need him to step out of the shadow of Joel and James and be more assertive and aggressive when he's on the court with them guys. That's all I need for him, because I understand that yes, we have this scoring champ. We got two scoring champs on our team. But bro, you can be a scoring champ too if you just have more confidence in yourself and be more aggressive on the offensive end, because he's a great scorer.
Absolutely. I feel like when you talk about the Sixers and stuff like that, it's potential untapped. When that potential is reached, we already know where that could take y'all. Excuse me. I just think that the East Conference, especially that Atlantic Division,
It's tough.
It's tough, but it's only tough for me, in my opinion.
It's top heavy.
It's tough because the Sixers make it tough.
Yeah,
they're supposed to run. I mean, look at that division. I mean, Boston's all right. They was in the finals last year. You know what I mean? Whoop-de-whoop. But look at the Sixers squad. Look at that squad you got. If everybody's playing that their full potential, like, it's nothing that nobody could do nothing with y'all.
Yeah, I think
nobody could do nothing with you. Milwaukee, knock it off.
Yeah, I think what's going to be the difference between this season and last season is the fact of the off-season addition of PJ Tucker, Trez, DeAnthony Milton, and House. Is we're going to have not only more defensive toughness, but now we got dogs in the game that will crash the boards, because we was the worst at second chance points. Offensive rebound, we was one of the worst offensive rebounding teams in the league. We couldn't get an offensive rebound. No one was crashing the board. We did not get any second chance points. And I think this year with Trez and PJ Tucker and House, we're going to have more opportunity to have second chance points and more offensive rebounds. And I think that's going to help us out a whole lot. So I'm just really excited for this basketball season. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with this whole Russell Westbrook situation out in LA. When are they going to trade him to the Pacers, which they should, for Buddy Hill and Miles Turner? The Lakers, if y'all can hear me, Lakers fans, y'all need to make that deal. Who cares about those two picks? Y'all only have a couple more. You only have like 2 more seasons with LeBron and AD, because AD can fall apart at any time. You blow on this guy too hard and he's out for 6 months, out for the whole season.
6 months.
AD is the new Mr. Glass. And like you touch him, he's injured. So you bring in, the Dennis Schroeders, who they got? Reggie, who's the other guy they got there? The other point. The guy from Minnesota, Patrick Beverly. You don't need Russ. Russ don't work with the Lakers. Russell Westbrook is a type of guy, is like, well, what I did worked in OKC and it kind of worked in Houston, so it should work in LA, but it doesn't. Your style of play does not work with the Lakers and with your teammates. You're a horrible shooter, but you constantly shoot.
Right.
You're a turnover machine. You're ball dominant when you have another ball dominant guy, as in LeBron, who's a better floor general than you, and then you got Anthony Davis, who needs the ball to score. So it's like you taking more shots than these guys are getting. So it doesn't make sense. Like, he's always on the bench in the fourth quarter because you can't finish games with this guy because he's an offensive liability. So then you bring in these two other guys who plays the same position as him. You need to get him out of here. So you got an opportunity to bring in a shooter in Buddy Hill and another big that you need in Miles Turner. Make the deal. Make the deal. Like, it's like you gotta give up those picks. The picks in like what 2028, something like that.
Way down the line.
Like, come on now. You already gave your future away. Like, you gotta
you gotta try to recoup some of that, right?
Yeah, like, make the deal. Like, I don't get it.
And keeping in the Lakers theme, the Lakers great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar took umbrage to some things that Kyrie Irving was talking about. Kyrie Irving, that dude, you know what I mean? In relationship to Kyrie kind of co-signing Alex Jones and his conspiracy theories, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar really, he didn't, cut no corners.
He called him a clown, basically.
Yeah, he called him a buffoon.
Yes.
Like,
yes,
I mean, again, coming from a guy like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who was, NBA's all-time leading scorer, who was definitely respected in the league, who had his situations going on. But again, at the end of the day, I think that for Kareem to go that route, you know what I mean? Kareem, those guys are eloquent speakers.
Yeah, and a lot of people have been saying stuff.
But when they start using terminology like buffoon, like word up, like you either struck a nerve or you just really kind of like they
had enough.
They took the makeup off. They took the makeup off. The Hollywood, they took that off to be like, yo, I'm about to get really, really real with you right now. But what's your thoughts on that situation? And we got to want to talk to the LeBron and Kareem situation too.
I would say that Kareem had enough of Kyrie Irving's foolishness. Kyrie been saying wild stuff for like 3 to 4 years straight. He's been saying this. He's saying a lot of wild stuff since he left Cleveland. Let's just put it out there. And been moving on really weird since leaving Cleveland. And I feel like Kareem just had enough of the foolishness. Kareem is a well-educated individual that been around. He, did a lot of great things for the community. And then you have this guy, in Kyrie Irving, who just, like I said, has been saying a bunch of wild stuff. Oh, the earth is flat. I'm not going to get vaccinated.
I don't feel like playing today.
So I'm going to leave the team for like 2 weeks because I'm at this event. Then you show up at this event and then, you're going to come back. Now I'm a part-time NBA player because who has ever been a part-time NBA player? That's something that never existed. But for you, now you're a part-time NBA player because you don't want to take the vaccine. You walking around with this huge fro, looking like you straight out the 70s, like you trying to make a statement with that.
The fish that saved Pittsburgh out.
Right? It's just a lot of stuff. I just feel like Kareem, just had enough. And I've been hearing a lot of Kareem disrespect going on the internet.
Yeah,
like this guy not if not the best center, but one of the best centers in NBA history. Like, this guy did not only win a championship on the court, but he also won 2 more championships as an assistant coach with the Lakers in 2009 and 2011. So the people who get on, this internet, they want to talk trash about Kareem. This man played in the NBA, in NBA Western Conference with a broken ankle. He finished the game with a broken ankle because he knew that he had to be on this court for his team to win, and that's why when they won the championship in 1980, Magic had to play center because Kareem broke his ankle in the game, stayed in the game, and destroyed my Sixers. I know it was my team. He destroyed us, but guess what? Nobody else is doing that in this league. So all you guys want to talk trash about Kareem, he not going to say. I heard somebody say on on the Star Show, Salute the Star, when they was talking about that Wilt Chamberlain was better than Kareem. Like, you think Wilt was better? Wilt only had 2 championships. He had 2 championships when it was only him and Bill Russell playing. Like, so don't you ever disrespect Kareem Abdul-Jabbar saying some nonsense like that. And I'm tired.
And not to cut your wisdom, mommy, and due to knowledge to the fact that she was just talking about the NBA part of the career. You want to go to the college chamber?
Yeah.
At UCLA, but go ahead, finish your thought. I just want to throw that in there.
Oh, no. I'm just saying it's just so crazy how you have these people come on the internet and not have all the facts straight or have biased opinions about one person versus the other. It's like, no, you can't talk about this way about Kareem. Like, he did so much for the NBA and he did so much for the Black community. Like, he stood up with Muhammad Ali and all them guys about being drafted in the war. He was protesting about, against these wars and things like that. He was out there giving so much to the Black community, and people want to look at him crazy because he was with a white chick. Who cares?
Like,
who he lay with?
Yeah, when you try to disrespect Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, that just shows how far the bar has been lowered.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of our icons are not, held in the highest regards by the younger the generation get, the less regard they have for the icons. So could you imagine if a Michael Jackson or a Biggie or even a Pac was still alive today, man? These young kids would be trying to give them the business because why? They're older.
Mm-hmm.
So when you talk about a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar who's on the Mount Rushmore, he's got one spot on the Mount Rushmore of basketball. I don't know who you're gonna put in the other 3 spots, but Kareem got a spot.
Kareem has a spot, yes.
So when you talk about trying to disrespect one of the forefathers of this, the hook shot, you can never disrespect the hook shot. You can never respect the goggles. Who is rocking the goggles first?
Nobody.
You know what I mean? So
nobody.
I mean, when you talk about Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, even before that, for you cats that really don't like to do no research, Google Lou Alcindor and see whose picture pops up.
He was a tyrant at UCLA.
Absolutely.
He was out there doing the business out there, and then he went out into Milwaukee, and he put Milwaukee on the map.
Let's go. Mm-hmm.
Nobody was checking the Bucks. Somebody asked because Oscar Robertson was there. Mm-hmm. No, they won a championship until he got there because nobody's blocking the skyhook.
Nobody was touching the skyhook. So, back to what we are at hand right now, where these cats, feel like they can, say whatever they want to say. I'm gonna say this, and then we're gonna move on to the LeBron thing. Listen, I feel like, in my own personal opinion, that in my opinion is informed. A lot of this nonsense that you hear is uninformed opinions. All right. In my opinion, I think that people give the past generations so much reverence. Like they talk about the old school, like, yo, you had to be there, like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Dr. J and Mike Tyson and O.J. Simpson and Barry Sanders. If you didn't see that, you missed out. So these young cats, right, in the want to be included in the conversation, which they cannot include themselves because first of all, you wasn't around. So you're going to try to disparage what we've seen in comparison to what's going on today. Because all that's going on today is a bunch of numbers and high contracts. That's all going on today. The same people winning championships, the same people getting endorsements, the same people's getting all the deals, right? And the same people is coming up short every year. You don't want me to get open. So at the end of the day, when you got cats that have accomplished things on many different levels, from many different aspects, right? You got no choice but to respect it. You might not like it because you wasn't around to see that and to take in all that glory, right? So to make it seem less than, which you never could do to people who was in that situation, who experienced those Thursday nights on NBC, watching the Eastern Conference Finals when Jordan then was going crazy. So you wasn't there. So you have no idea. You got to watch this nonsense, right? And you get mad at us because we talk about it in reverent tones. We talk about it with passion. We talk about it because it was the ish, right? And you missed out on that. So rather than try to disparage an all-time great like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, try to learn something. So I'm going to segue that into this. When I say learn something, I'm talking to you, LeBron. We all know that you get ready to break the all-time scoring record, which is held by who?
Kareem Abdul.
Let's go. Right? So for you, when somebody asks you a question in regards to the scoring record and your relationship with Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, nothing going on. There's no relationship. Why?
Yeah, why would you throw that out?
Why would you say that? Because
why would you throw him underneath the bus?
Listen,
you make it seem like Kareem a terrible guy.
The Laker. You're a Laker. Where's my man Slate at? Where's Kia at? Where's OG Wood at? So we can break this down.
There's LeBron, people who are Lakers.
A Laker.
Yeah.
Kareem is the Laker.
And there's only a couple of the Lakers, you know? Kareem, Magic, Kobe.
Let's go.
You know?
You gonna say Will Chamberlain? You gonna put Will Chamberlain in there?
I can't. Because when I look at Wilt, I see Wilt more as a Sixer.
As a Sixer. Okay, I forgot who I was talking to. My bad. I forgot who I was talking.
When I think of the Lakers, I think of the Michael Coopers.
Right.
You know,
Worthies, the Byron Scotts, Roddy Divac. Yeah, right.
Yep.
Right.
I look at those guys. Shaquille O'Neal, you know, these guys are Lakers.
Right.
You know, when I think of LeBron,
right,
I see Cleveland. You know, I don't even see the Heat.
Right. I see the fans walking out in Miami.
Yeah. I see Cleveland.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with that at all. But when you think of Laker, he does not come to mind.
Not at all. Not at all.
And you have to, you know, respect that this record, this scoring record, nobody thought that record would ever get broken. Nobody thought it. Look how long it took for someone to come close to be on the verge of breaking this record. And I get it. All records are meant to be broken. You know, that's how the game grows, evolve. You have to be able to break this record. So I have no issue with LeBron on being on the verge of this season to break this record. I am happy for him, to break this record because I'm not what you would say a LeBron fan, but I respect his game and I respect what he does on the court. I respect all that. I respect him as a player on the court. But what he said, he needs media training. Some people needs media training because
I don't care if LeBron. I don't care if LeBron breaks Aaron Judge home run record. I don't care about that. I think that LeBron James is the most indignant on the court stuff, off the court stuff, the school stuff. Don't throw that at me. I already know that. That's a beautiful thing. Mwah, that's great. I'm talking about on the court. Right? This dude right here is like, for me, he's like almost like and I know I'm gonna throw some people off with this one. To me, LeBron is I can't say that.
No, go ahead.
To me, LeBron's like Karl Malone.
Oh, damn.
Like, I never respected Karl for all the great things he did in Utah, notwithstanding his off the court stuff. I don't care about that. I don't know nothing about that. I don't discuss that. I'm talking about everything he did on the court. From putting those stitches in Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah.
Right? So let's go. You're not talking to no rookie over here, right? Yeah. To him just being a dude who I just got a funny feeling about. That's how I feel about LeBron.
Okay.
And that's been from the door. Like anybody that I talk to, I say I never, ever, ever. The words LeBron's a garbage basketball player never came out of my mouth, even though they just did. But I never said that. Yeah. Right? I never will say that because I would be stupid. I would sound like one of these young weirdos. And that's not me. Right? So I give him his props. But I seen plenty of times when this dude, when games was on the line, he didn't start hitting winning shots a couple of years ago.
Yeah. No, that's true.
And so when you talk about LeBron James and you have to give him his props, and I finally, got a pair of them sneakers are so fire. I had to do it. But anyway, when you talk about a guy like LeBron James, it brings like a sneer. Like you like, ugh. You went to the finals all these times, but you have a less than stellar record in the finals. But then they want to say, well, he went to the finals 10 years in a row. Okay, that's fine. That's what you're supposed to do, right? But I know a dude named Michael Jordan who went to the finals and won 3 times in a row. 1, 2, 3. Left. Said, man, listen, went to go, I don't know what the hell that was he was doing in Birmingham with the Barons. I don't know what the hell that was. But, he came back and won 1, 2, 3 more. LeBron James, can you buy that?
We don't even gotta go that far back. We can look at his current team because we had a guy by the name of Kobe Bean Bryant.
Let's go. Okay. All right. There you go.
Back to back to back.
That add on to my case. Yep, do it. Talk about it. Yep, that's right.
The band broke up and he said, all right, well, let me get this guy named Powell here. And then he won 2 more back to back.
Let's go. So when you talk about LeBron James, stuff that come out your mouth, man, is I'm gonna say foul. Because you don't even if you felt that way.
You don't say that in public.
Right?
You don't say that in public.
Right. You talk about that amongst, your people then that's gonna hold you down.
In your little inner circle.
No, your inner circle, your Dwayne Wades and all that. You talk about that with them. Right?
Because it could just be something like timing. Timing may have never been right. Y'all may have been in the same rooms, but maybe you had to go left and he had to go right, and y'all just never came together.
Even in his comments when he tried to explain it, he never mentioned the nonsense that he said. He was like, "Oh well, yeah, it's great to be mentioned in the same breath with him." And
he tried to glance over it.
Yeah, you know what I mean. So
like we don't remember, we didn't hear that. We heard that.
Right.
We heard you say that out of your mouth, and
so I'm hoping that Magic pull it. I'm hoping that Magic pull him to the side and be like, "Oh, that's the captain. That's the captain right there.
That's Cap.
That's the captain right there, yo. What did you doing?
You can't talk about Cap.
You can't say that. You can say whatever, but you can't say that.
If you got a problem with Cap, then you need to come to us,
right?
And we can sit down as men and have a conversation about this, because you can't put Cap in a bad light like this. After he got to deal with the nonsense with Kyrie Irving, and then you gonna come,
and then you go right
off of that nonsense and say
in the midst of a season when you get ready to break his record.
Yeah. Oh well, we don't have any relationship.
And let me say this, LeBron. Let me say this, LeBron, and to all the LeBroniacs. The basketball gods don't play fair.
They sure don't. They sure ball don't lie.
And the basketball gods have a long memory.
Yes, they do.
So I'm just gonna say that.
Yes,
we on YouTube, we on StreamYard, man. We in the building. Down in Sports Talk right here. Left-handed in the building at RM Desk. All right. It's Yada Bear over there. The proprietor, the key holder, the bartender, the cashier. All right. The public relations director at Club 4-0. But yeah, man. I mean, LeBron.
Yeah, that was a little. I didn't really I didn't really appreciate that from LeBron. That took me a step back. I was like, whoa, like, why would you say that? Especially during this season.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, you're on the verge of breaking his record, so his name is going to get mentioned a lot this season. There's going to be a lot of spotlight on Kareem and a lot of spotlight on you, LeBron. And now, before the regular season start, there's already some type of controversy within the Lakers brotherhood. The Lakers team brotherhood, in the same year where they just had a reunion for the Showtime Lakers.
Right.
That championship team. They just had a whole reunion.
Mm-hmm.
And the talks of, the record potentially being broken this season, what's coming up in conversation. And he didn't say anything wrong or was seen any type of way about LeBron being on the verge of breaking his record. It was all love because he's on the Lakers. Mm-hmm. So why would he be upset for someone on the Lakers to break his record? Like I said, all records are meant to be broken. That's how the game evolves.
Then I'm gonna add some more nonsense to the game. I mean, you've been playing 1,000 years, LeBron. I mean, what else you want, man? You've been playing 1,000 years.
Seasons. Took you 20 seasons.
And all the 1,000 years you've been playing, how many seasons did you play every game?
Yeah. Yeah, because these later,
And you got the audacity, right? The unmitigated space balls. See what I did there? To try to disparage one of the great, if not the greatest, NBA player, Laker of all time.
Yep.
And you just give me and cats like myself fodder to shoot you down.
Yeah.
We got all this ammunition over here. Now you're going to try to play the king out, not the king.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm not even a Laker fan by no stretch of nobody's imagination.
It's just the disrespect.
Right, and that's how much respect I have for Kareem. Now I got to come out, I got to come out the bag and be like, yo, son, nah.
Yeah.
No.
No.
That's not happening.
And I, when I look at the Lakers as a whole, I wouldn't call myself like a Lakers fan. I love Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Magic is always my number one point guard, and I love Kobe and I love Kareem.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the Showtime Lakers. I love that style of play, how they incorporate the run and gun. the flashy passes, and they made basketball fun. Like, to me, the Showtime Lakers put the NBA back on the map, because like you said, you always said, y'all just watch those NBC games at 11 p.m. that was taped, not live, but
tape delay.
Taped.
Absolutely.
So now when you bring in the Showtime Lakers, oh, you can't tape delay that. I need to see this shit. I need to see this live. Imagine
as it happens.
Yeah, imagine throwing the ball around his head, going around his whole
body. Right. Yeah, man.
I gotta see this live. You got Michael Cooper just taking off from baseline, catching oops out of nowhere. Kareem catching oops. I gotta see this live. So, it gotta be more respect shown to these guys who now are like one of the main reasons why the NBA has TV deals. They one of the reasons why you guys getting TV money. Because if it wasn't for the Showtime Lakers, we're still being tape delay until Michael Jordan came in the league.
Pretty much.
All right, so I just don't like the disrespect, and I feel like people just need to know, if you're going to speak on some things, know the facts.
Absolutely, that's across the board. That's not just with the sports thing. It's across the board, man. Because again, a lot of these people be spewing these supported these things that are not supported by facts. They're just saying stuff, and then after they get proven wrong or whatever, it's my bad. I didn't know. And stuff like that. I can't even have a conversation with you because you bore me. You know what I mean? Yeah. There's no give back. You know what I mean? It's just you're trying to beat me in the head with stuff that you heard somebody else say. So that's just not what it is. But LeBron, you're going to be the subject of a lot of conversation. Some of it good, some of it bad, some of it indifferent.
Yes. Like I said, I'm not a LeBron super fan, but I'm also not a LeBron hater. And I will be watching, and I will be calculating his points, and I will be watching to see when, and like we say, and if he breaks the records, because as you state, the basketball guys never.
The basketball gods do not forget nothing.
They don't forget. So I'm definitely looking forward of seeing and witnesses this journey this year to see if he can break this record.
No doubt. And that's what it is. We're in the building, man. We did a little, gave a little overtime because that's what we do. Aaron Judge, number 62, hits the home run. You know what I mean? Garrett Cole does his thing.
Historic day.
Yeah. I mean, to a certain degree.
I gotta give love to my Phillies.
Oh, look at this. I thought we was gonna get out Club 4-0 without mentioning that. But go ahead. Go ahead. The floor is yours.
Red October.
Look at this.
Red October.
And I'm gonna say, like I said to you earlier, congratulations to the Phillies. I believe I was one of those that was like, who knows? Especially after Joe Girardi was escorted out of town, and they bought him an Uber and got him out of town. They bought a guy named Robbie Thompson, old school major leaguer. I remember him from when I was little. Kind of like the team relaxed a little bit because you know what you had. You know what you had. It just had to come to the top. It just had to rise up.
It did, and it took a little bit longer than most wanted to, most expected. But we took it one game at a time,
right?
And it happened. All I can ask for was for us to make it to the postseason. Try to steal one of these wild card spots, which we did. Last night, and now I'm praying to the baseball gods that we get to play the Cardinals in the first round.
Then she added the evil laugh.
I need to stay away from the Mets at least for the first round,
so
that my guys can, get their footing back a little bit more. Bryce Harper's still a little bit on the little decline. He still haven't got his swing back from being out like that. He on a little bit of a slump. So I'm praying to the baseball gods that we can avoid this mess of the Mets of I-95, because I'm not ready to see these guys. Like, I say this from you here. Yes, I do hate the Mets, but I respect what they got going on up there, and I would like, please, baseball guys, do you hear me? Do you hear me, baseball guys? Do you please let us avoid the Mets for the first round? Okay, I will take the Cardinals, and they got chances in St. Louis, not in New York. Thank you.
Yeah. So, like I said earlier, we chopped it up earlier. I say, enjoy it. You know what I mean? It might be 2 days. It might be 3 days. I don't know. But however long it lasts, enjoy it.
Yeah.
Have some fun with it. The Mets might be the best thing for you right now, because the Mets are going through some things right now. They let the Atlanta Braves catch them and pass them.
Yeah, which was crazy.
You might catch the Mets sleeping right now.
We can't hit off these guys right now. Right? The Mets has our
You see how they was lighting up Scherzer the other night?
Yeah, but it seems like when Scherzer come in the mound when we are up back, he turns into Nolan Ryan. I don't get it. You know? So it's like his strike zone is this big. Like, he's laser right. So I'm like, you know what? I can chill with him in DeGrom for this first round. We'll see you on the flip side, maybe. I feel like we have a better chance against the Cardinals. It would be anybody's game,
I hear you. I mean, Goldschmidt and Pujols.
I get it. Right. But I'd rather battle them guys than the devil I know of I-95.
The devil I know of.
Who's been killing us all season long, okay? Been killing us all season long. I will wait for that.
I hear you.
I'll wait for that. But yes, I am happy that we are back in the postseason since 2011. It's been 11 years since we've been in the postseason, and it's good to see the Phillies playing meaningful baseball in October.
And that's what's up. 11 years since you've been in the playoffs. That's a lot. Like, as opposed to like 13 years since we've been in the World Series. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of stuff getting ready to pop off. Major League Baseball, the playoffs start Friday.
Yes.
We're gonna be on it. All right. Zion Williamson's getting ready to play his first game since May 21st. No, May 4th, 2021. Yeah, he looks like, if Zion
getting in the gym.
Yeah, if Zion can do some things, him and CJ McCollum, New Orleans might have some things going on with them. But I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna get out of here till next week. Remember, get your picks in. The Giants and Packers game is an early one, right?
Yes.
Okay.
9:30 in London. So again, I would suggest that you get that pick in with your Thursday night game. Just to make sure that you got that pick in. And let's make sure we have all the teams.
Thank you.
And we'll make sure that we get the rest of Sunday's games in by 12:30 on Sunday. We got the Thursday night game, and then we got a London game, 9:30 on Sunday. Don't forget about that game.
All right. So that's what that is. And I have the updated standings on the Down in Sports Talk page in the morning. All right. Shout out to everybody who rocks with us. Shout out to OG Wood, who enjoyed the Knicks' victory over the Detroit Pistons tonight. Shout out to everybody else that participated.
Yeah, I want to report, Wood. I want to report what you've seen, what you like for the Knicks so far. You know,
absolutely, and again, I might be trying to link up with a couple of people to jump on a Knicks podcast. All right, so stay tuned for that. But absolutely, I'm gonna definitely get this situation with the Knicks, man. Listen, the NBA package is $100 for the season.
Yeah, that's
Nick. Listen, yeah, it's $100 for the season.
Why so?
Because it's $100 for the season.
I'm okay.
You know what I mean? So that's what that is. This is Down in Sports Talk. Get at us on Facebook. Get at us on Twitter. I'm RM Des on Twitter. That is Yada Bear over there.
Yada Bear at Twitter.
I mean, and AKA MC40. While we sitting back in the cut like this. I mean,
listen, we just taking it one game at a time.
Absolutely. Salute to everybody that rocks with us, man. I see somebody's in the chat. People been popping in and out, man. Salute to y'all. We're about to get up out of here. Catch up with y'all next week. We're gonna do an NBA preview coming, Major League Baseball playoffs coming, all right, college basketball coming. You know what I mean? Hopefully we may have a fight or two to talk about. Hopefully by the time next Tuesday night rolls around. Salute to y'all. Don't forget to get y'all picks in. All right. And once again, Chris Brown couldn't make it. He called and said he was caught in a terrible rainstorm. So hopefully we'll get him to come through next week. I know Yada Bears wondering why the hell we keep talking about Chris Brown. But Chris Brown said he would try to make it next week. All right. So y'all have a good time. Y'all do what y'all do. Zion Williamson's getting ready to rock out. Stay dry. Stay warm. All right. Get the hoodies out. It's hoodie season, y'all.
Hoodie season now.
It's hoodie season. Make sure you get your hoodies on and all that good stuff, right? Do what you do, and we'll talk to y'all next Tuesday night. All right. Chronically speaking, we're gonna do a joint this week. We got some things that we want to talk about, especially what's going on in Mississippi. All right. So check this out. This is us. This is me. That's Yada. All right, and we're about to get up out of here. Yada, don't go nowhere. I'm just gonna cut the live off. All right, we up out of here right now. Y'all be peace.